of town. Cornell College pulls off the upset of the bracket.
We've been playing good. We know we can play well. We just got to keep that confidence in ourselves, keep that energy up.
They were able to knock out ONU. So, without further ado, it will be Cornell College to score first here in game one. Dee-dee-dee-doo, able to send this one up high off the backboard. It looks good. And the crossbar looks a little bit better as that one manages to squeak on by. Cornell take the lead back.
I'm not going to take anything away from their win at LAN, but like we were pretty exhausted from playing like the 14 series, and we just weren't feeling it really that day. And like J-Rupp was actually sick as well at the LAN. So, I mean, I'm making excuses, I guess.
But here they are online, and they are looking so much stronger than they were, so they've definitely leveled up since the LAN. Bit risky there. Now Fira trying to maintain possession here, but gives it away to J-Rupp. It's got the one to beat the backboard, the drop in, the goal from SGA.
Ohio Northern looking really good, so thank you very much for your time. And we look forward to seeing how you finish things
not
off.
the gritty.
As you.
So step one, I think we're going to do a bit of a VOD review, replay what we did, figure it out, do it again. That's all it takes.
And adapt to the offense of Simpson College. Let's see if they can continue their success to pull off the reverse sweep as this shot from Flux, my goodness!
Meant the fact that they had maintained the offensive zone for over 30 seconds. Guess what? It matters not when you're saving your own friend. Oh, it's STN again, man.
I think every team here is beatable. I mean, us included, obviously.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to MEC Rocket League action right here on twitch.tv/unified live. JT Displays here, and waving over you over there, it is Tucker the caster bringing you tonight's call where we got round 2 of the playoffs tonight, and it's kicking off with a very spicy match, as you saw that video telling us all about it. And right, Tucker?
That is absolutely right. Last week was the start of the bracket. This is where things get serious. This is the real deal. First matchup of the day, Ohio Northern versus Cornell College. And JT, I don't know if you remember it, but we were there at the LAN a couple of months back where Cornell College pulled up the biggest upset in MEC Rocket League, taking down Ohio Northern in Game 5. Today, they look to do it again and continue on and push themselves into that LAN.
Oh yeah, and here's the thing about Cornell College. They're still coming off a very surprising sweep of Illinois College in that first round of the playoffs there, which again, that surprises me a lot. That drops Illinois down to that lower bracket, and you know, that's something that says a lot about this Cornell College team, right? They're a team of underdogs. They're plucky. Their record during the regular season, not the best, 2-4. They're still gotten in there, and they were able to take out that 3-3 Illinois College team. And really, again, this is an Illinois College team that had a huge run on that LAN.
Absolutely, it did. And IC got wins that we did not expect them to get in 100 years, 500, 1,000. But somehow IC was insanely scrappy, and it reminds me a lot of Cornell College. The only reason why they were able to win that series against Ohio Northern on LAN is because of their scrappiness. If there was one word to describe Cornell College's play, it would be Scooby's little brother, Scrappy. They are incredibly possessive when it comes to these balls. When it comes... Oh, was this his nephew? Oh, my bad. I'm not caught up on the lore. Anyway, Scooby's nephew, Scrappy. Shout out to Scrappy Doo and shout out to Hyper for correcting me. But Cornell College is absolutely going to take a chunk out of you if you play them, you know? It doesn't matter if you're the best team in the world. If you go up against Cornell College, you might get the dub. You might 3-0 sweep them, but you are not going to be coming out of that as strong as you did going into it mentally.
Yeah, and you got to look at the other side of things, though. ONU, they got Uncle STN there, the elder statesman of that squad, really being the even keel guiding J-Rupp and Kip through the traffic, as it were, and that's how they get to be the #1 seed heading into this tournament. So this is their first playoff action happening tonight, and it's against this Cornell College team here. High Flux, the team captain there, T-Girl Sunshine, so steady, and then Daddy Dito has come on strong very lately, and absolutely, I think this is a very dynamic squad on Cornell's side, and I'm curious to know if that first round bye is going to help ONU tonight.
Elephant in the room is that ONU has one of the best rosters throughout the entire MEC. Cornell College, though, they definitely have their moments of brilliance. I mean, we saw a couple of weeks ago, we saw T-Girl Sunshine pop off. Like you said, as of late, Daddy Dito starting to get into that spotlight, started to feel a little bit more comfortable when it comes to the Friday Night Lights, or in this case, the Wednesday Night Lights. Let's just hope that they can keep that up for tonight and give us the best game that they possibly can against the 5-1 Ohio Northern.
Yeah, and I think this is a Ohio Northern squad that, with Uncle STN, when they're flying high and at their best, this is a squad that is nigh on untouchable here in the MEC, and they've certainly put people on notice with their playstyle. And I think this is one where, again, J-Rup likes to be disruptive, so who's going to be able to shut down J-Rup there, as Kip is kind of like that middleman there, kind of stringing things between J-Rup and STN.
Yeah, definitely. I really like how the team falls into place with the Ohio Northern side. It's very predetermined, which is not a bad thing at all, considering how good they form as a team and they know exactly what they need to do and when to do it. Cornell College is a bit more floaty with it, so they can just turn it around and maybe put T-Girl Sunshine on the front wing or Daddy Dito on the front. Either way, Cornell College has a lot of versatility and flexibility. Meanwhile, Ohio Northern, they're kind of a one-trick pony, but when you get a one-trick pony that has a really good trick, it's just as hard to beat as a versatile team such as Cornell.
Yeah, and like I said, Daddy Dito's been very dominant in the Dominus here of late, and this shot comes in. It was a pass from Flux, excuse me, but it is T-Girl Sunshine who gets the opening goal.
Now Ohio Northern caught off guard early. J-Rup gets there, sure, but a little too slow. Cornell starts the scoring off just 30 seconds in. And what separated these two teams in their matchup on land was T-Girl Sunshine getting involved, getting the shots whenever she needed to. And I mean, we're only 30 seconds in, and there's only one goal on the board, and guess who got it?
We don't have to guess. We know it's T-Girl Sunshine. She's been a talisman for this entire squad here, especially of late. I think once she was able to click into place here and really get unlocked throughout the season, that one's really been one that I think she's shown really brightly in the biggest light moments.
Up goes Unk. Sets it up for the center, but Flux gets just a little bit higher. Big 50 ends up going the other way for a pinch. Daddy Dito falls behind. Huge setup. J-Rup with the finish. No! Saved away one more time. Ooh. This time it's T-Girl Sunshine forced into the stuffy situation. And still, Cornell keeps the ball out. They stay in the lead for now. Ohio Northern still attacking that net. But Cornell doesn't allow it to happen too much.
Yeah, and that you see what they're doing here with Daddy Dito there. Using to be aggressive, but the aggression cuts them close this time, and it's a tied game.
1-1. Great couple of touches from Uncle STN, and then Kip, Elysium, as well as J-Rup getting into position to make that save, or make that shot rather, and no one was there to save it. Could have been very awkward for Cornell, but you know, it could have been very awkward for Cornell, but for Ohio Northern rather. J-Rup and Kip were right on top of each other. However, it all worked out.
Yeah, it
got
did.
The touch.
Yeah, and I was going to comment as well, I did not like that double commit there. I think that, honestly, J-Rup should have probably called off Kip there, but ultimately goes in the back of the net, so, politeness and pleasantries, who cares at the end of the day, as long as it goes in, right?
Goes J-Rup, looks for not the finish, but the setup for Unk. But Unk is way too far back, and a huge shot comes out for Cornell, but does not get recorded. This time, Uncle STN just does not have any space or any boost to work with. Cornell will take up a lot of space for absolutely free.
Yeah, and now with J-Rups dropping it in there to Cornell. Cornell able to defend it here, but Daddy Dito gets taken out. J-Rup loves to be disruptive there, and it comes with the cost. Those demos so deadly to spring a counterattack opportunity for his team when the need arises. And you see STN also getting heavy on these bumps here. I like how physical ONU is getting now with their game. Cornell, will they be able to adjust to this game here, or is this an tactic that can give ONU the upper hand?
Oh, Daddy Dito gets a little too close for comfort with it, but thankfully Flux is back to make that save. Ohio Northern starting to fire up one more time, but Cornell is absolutely keeping up with them every step of the way. Eagle Sunshine with a big whiff. Alas, still someone for Cornell to slow the ball down, push it down a little bit further. And Ohio Northern has to stretch back out over towards the center. T-Girl met on it by Kip. Could have been the lead for Cornell right then and there. Flux has one more. T-Girl doesn't go up for it in time, and Ohio Northern will steal the possession right back.
Yeah, that's the most dangerous I've seen from Cornell in a little while here. It felt like ONU was on the front foot, but now Cornell storming back. T-Girl Sunshine keeping it in the blue half of the field here, finally kipped away by J-Rup to Kip, but well defended off the backboard. Flux able to use that defensive acumen and that experience of being the team captain lends itself to be. Final minute though, will there be a shot? No goal as Flux keeps it out for now.
Set up from Ong, almost slammed in. Down goes one more time. Cornell has a demo and a goal. Flux with just 46 left on the clock puts them up by 1. Game 1 looks really good for Cornell right now.
Yeah, the demo and go, I guess. That's what we're going to call that one there. Able to just take that pass all the way up the sideline there. Looked like Randy Moss just plowing people over, or Derrick Henry, I guess for the younger folks, just plowed them over and put it in the back of the net there, giving Cornell College the lead for this one as we are taking down the time. 30 seconds and change is all we have left in game 1.
And there's the notification. And it crosses the Cornell net one more time, but not finished out. An awkward touch from J-Rup forces STN to set it up for Kip, and Kip just has it way too high. A little bit of boost to work with, but no good angles for anyone on Ohio Northern to make do, and they have to set it up one more time. Cornell delaying everything they can. One more finish. Dito rolls it all the way to the other side. Clock's gonna run out, and Ohio Northern's got to keep it up, and it touches the ground first. Cornell slip away with game 1.
Wow, what a game that was. It was back and forth, and High Flux, the team captain, to put his team on his back there, driving it in to get that game winner for game number 1 here. Cornell College, they come out firing strong there. Like, what does that say about these two sides? Who do you think, was it just that ONU was asleep, or did Cornell just have a plan to really attack them?
I think it could be a little bit of both, considering that Ohio Northern did have that first round bye. Sometimes it's a blessing, sometimes it is a curse, because you don't get as much warm-ups, you don't get as much reps as you would if you do play in the first round. I mean, Cornell, they were able to slip on by from the first round, so they have a big advantage in that part. And also, it just felt like they came out of the gate a little bit more planned and a little bit better when it came to, I guess, cleanliness as well as just general idea of what to do. Ohio Northern took a while to get settled. It took them a while to get really an idea of what they wanted to do. Once they did, they started looking really good, but Cornell just looked a little bit better.
Yeah, and I think we touched on it there on that goal by Kip when J-Rup and Kip were able to double commit there. And at the time we said, hey, we don't really like that. If they can kind of clean up some of that communication, you know, they should be just fine. But obviously, Cornell feeling very on key with the communication in game 1. And I think that was that edge there ultimately, as we are now 30 seconds into game number 2. Starting off a little bit quieter here. Nothing on the scoreboard. Heading here with the lead of the series going to Cornell.
A couple of touches from each side, neither one of them big or booming. Nothing really is anything to worry about just yet, but I'm sure as this game goes on, we are definitely going to see our fair share of shots like that one. Really good angle. Great quick thinking from the goaltender on the Ohio Northern side to save that ball away. An available shot for Kip, and they take it.
Oh yeah, I love this pass here from STN. Able to find his young teammate just floating above the goal there, and a nice redirect. I don't think you really can really be able to save that one from any position.
No, not really. Unless you have the pre-jump or unless it flies right into the hood of your car. You are not saving that one, and there's yet another one caught between the rotation. Ohio Northern does it yet again. Dito goes up too far, and T-Girl Sunshine can't get back. Same goes for Flux.
And again, it's those two that I highlighted when they started this matchup here. It's STN, it's J-Rup. These two love to work with each other. They're in tandem, and J-Rup able to find STN that time. And again, I do love it when they find that chemistry and they get going there, because it's hard to stop them, because they are a momentum-based team, and they love to thrive on that momentum. And they're doing so with that 2-goal lead, which may I remind you, the most dangerous lead in esports.
It's pretty dangerous. Not gonna lie, it is pretty dangerous. A big body check. T-Girl Sunshine somehow takes the demo from it. But man, it definitely helped out Cornell College a lot more, forcing Ohio Northern to stretch back and somehow get back to an equilibrium. Almost another goal for Ohio Northern, tripling up on it. But they have to stay exactly where they are for now. 1 versus 1. T-Girl Sunshine gets beat on it. Kip has the shot, backboard, J-Rup slams it home.
Oh man, what a sequence right here. Kip popping it over T-Girl and then finds the crossbar, but J-Rup is there, takes it home over Flux. It's a 3-0 lead, 3 minutes to go. We got 3 threes and we got nothings on either side. Can Cornell College change that script right now? Because it is all ONU.
Got some time, but they need to work, and they need to work quickly. Flux looks to do just that, almost gets to pass Unk, but Unk just has a little bit longer of a card, just long enough to get the touch with it. Lady Dito sets one up, J-Rup denies it, and Kip flies it on down into the Cornell half. Poor T-Girl Sunshine is able to make a play with it. Got a little bit of space. They slam one into the net spot, but Kip gets in the way.
Yeah, nice save there by Kip, and here comes the counterattack opportunity here for ONU. Kip has it, taken off the hood by T-Girl. STN, though, keeping it alive at midfield, looking for the pass off the backboard. Drop down, cleared away, this time by Cornell. They can breathe a sigh of relief, but not very much, as it's right back again with Kip.
Over and around, J-Rup sets up shot, almost goes in. T-Girl Sunshine has to make the save. And a big arcing shot from Cornell ends up in a huge slam dunk, but it's saved away by Kip again. No poster here. Ohio Northern dragged it down the other way.
Oh man, ONU defense just built Diffie on that sequence there. Those are 2 excellent shot opportunities. Really felt like they had a high percentage of going to the back of the net. Instead, ONU prevents it here as they now are peppering the backboard as well, trying to get more shots on goal. Is this it? It is for Kip.
There we go. There we go again. Ohio Northern gets it past 1, 2, almost 3. They just don't get there in time for the save. Yet again, Ohio Northern in the lead, in firm control. And you know, JT, we were talking a little bit about why Game 1 went so poorly for Ohio Northern. Was it just the lack of warm-up, or was it Cornell College outperforming and outplanning? At the moment, it's looking like it was a warm-up issue, as right now Ohio Northern is absolutely destroying.
Woof. And here comes T-Girl Sunshine to tell Tucker, hey, listen, it's not all ONU, all right? Like, we are in this matchup here. We are here to compete, and, you know, certainly a great shot on goal there to give them now a disadvantage of only 3 goals.
That's a lot more winnable. There's only 1 minute to go. It's going to be incredibly difficult for Cornell College to pull this off, but possible. That's a goal every 20 seconds, and I mean, we've seen goals scored about 25 seconds from Cornell right off the kickoff, so they can definitely do it again. But the problem with that is they need to do it thrice in a row.
Yeah, now this one intercepted at midfield. Now Kip looking for that opportunity here. That was a dangerous shot chance there. Good job by Cornell to steer it out, but it's right back in their center again, and their box is absolutely getting peppered here by ONU. They have to find a way to break the rhythm of their opponents, because with 20 seconds left here, I think statistically, mathematically at least, I think we know who game number 2 is going to end up going to.
Yeah, it looks like it, at least for this one. Much better game from Ohio Northern. Came in with a plan. Looks like they are all warmed up now, and I gotta say, Ohio Northern is back to their regular season ways off of a pretty unfortunate and pretty disappointing game 1, but that one was anything but disappointing and unfortunate for Ohio Northern.
Yeah, I think they were really able to rebound quite nicely after, I think, getting shocked in game 1 here. Now game 2, they are feeling very in control and very much in this series there. You look at how just Kip really showing up on the score sheet all over the board there. Those 2 saves, 5 shots, 2 goals was really everywhere for them in that game number 2. And that's something that Kip can feel. It feels like Kip can fall asleep in games here if they're not careful. But today, in this game at least, they're able to make that a 1-1 match and guarantee us, at the very least, a game 5.
Also got to give a shout out to
4.
Uncle STN as well, with 1 goal, 1 assist, but the big kicker, 5 shots on the game. That is a lot of misplacing the defense for Cornell. Just because a shot doesn't go in does not mean that it is not useful, considering you have to go up and make these saves. So to throw a wrench into the defensive rotation and the defensive position of Cornell is sometimes just as good as scoring a goal, because it leaves a wide open hole that you can send the ball through.
It does. And now it leads us to the crux of the match there, game number 3. You know, it's proven if you win game 3, you're statistically more likely to win the entire series on a best of 5. And this is going to be interesting here. Who do you think has the advantage here in this game 3 as we're about to get kicked off for you?
When it comes to advantage, I feel the obvious answer is Ohio Northern, considering they won game 2, they have the momentum, and they also won by quite a wide margin, But also Cornell College, they're a team that gets these sneaky wins, so you can't necessarily count them out. So advantage-wise, it's Ohio Northern, obviously, but that does not mean this is a for sure. This is not a gimme for Ohio Northern.
Well, and I'll say as well, as in terms of momentum, that last goal of game number 2, scored by Cornell College.
True.
Now 4.5 minutes.
True.
Yeah, very much so. 4.5 minutes, though, still to play in this one, and we are, again, no score drawn yet, but Cornell College is looking a little bit more lively. They've got their wind back in their sails a little bit there after feeling a little bit all over the place in game 2. Game 3, it is a whole different beast, as now Kip trying to set up from what they were doing in game 2 there, seeing if they still have the magic fingers on the sticks for this ONU squad.
1 minute to go. We've seen a couple of shots. We've seen a couple of possessions, but no goals just yet. As I say it, J-Rup sends one straight to the home, but Flux bats it out in just the nick of time. Up goes Ohio Northern one more time. It's nearing the Ohio Northern net, which is a great look for Cornell College, but the problem is they're not able to get any of these cars on the balls. They have been playing a very defensive game and a very independent game as well. When at this level, you have to have possession of the ball. Possession is a skill that is very much important to have, because you have to have the ball and you have to touch the ball to score. You can't rely on your opponent's own goaling every time.
Yeah, I really like the positional restraint here from Kip as well. Only setting up when they have a pass opportunity, just was staying in that midfield for so long, really trying to keep Cornell pinned in on their side of the field. They don't want that going to the blue half of the field as it is right now. But again, they're right back on the orange side here. So ONU really trying to set up camp in the orange side of the field here. This could spell some risky situations here for Cornell if they're not able to rectify and find a way to break that rhythm up.
I like what I'm seeing from both of these teams. Very defensive. They don't want to outstretch too far, but they also don't want to cocoon back into their own side. It's just a nice defensive game, low scoring, similar to what we saw in game 1. And I got a feeling, a sneaking suspicion, that the team that scores first is likely going to win.
As
and there
you say
that. There it is. Ohio Northern starts us up.
That was just beautiful run up here. Just you set this up perfectly. You said the first team that scores first might just win this one, and he scores right on your cue.
Yeah. Shout out to the Caster's curse, or the Caster's blessing if you're an Ohio Northern fan.
That's just called hashtag scripted.
Well, oh my goodness, no, not like this! Off the kickoff, off the goalpost, off of everything on this side of the Mississippi, and then J-Rupp slams it.
That ball was destined to go in the back of the net no matter what. J-Rup securing what STN probably should have had from the first chance of asking, but what a brilliant save in the middle. Just undone by J-Rup being in the right place at the right time.
Sometimes that's all you need in Rocket League. You don't need crazy mechanics. You don't even need crazy game sense. All you need to do, be in the right place at the right time, get lucky once or twice, and you could be good. Far down, J-Rup, no, misses. Uncle STN, though, has the triple. And that's another goal for Ohio Northern. And now the pieces are starting to fall into place.
And now everyone from ONU has scored in this game number 3 here. It's a 3-0 lead. They don't even have to worry about the 2-0 lead curse because they're already blown past here. Now, it's very unlikely for ONU to blow a 3-goal lead, right? A 3-0 lead. Blow that. That would be crazy to do that in game 3. But there's a lot of threes happening, so never say never.
Yeah, there's too many threes. I'm starting to get a little nervous for them. Either way, Ohio Northern, the first half of the game, been absolutely great. They haven't let anything in. Meanwhile, they've managed to score 3 times in a row. There's 90 seconds to go. Cornell College still not out of this game just yet. So Ohio Northern has no place to let up off the gas just yet.
But here comes Cornell trying to work something, but Kip's there with J-Rup, able to set this up for an opportunity to clear it out here. STN able to get that over at their opponent of T-Girl, who's, again, they've struggled to get part of that ball there Cornell has because ONU's just been able to get to those touches just a little bit faster than them here in game 3.
1 minute to go. Cornell College, I think, over on the whole game, I think they put up maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 shots. Really shows how good and how defensive Ohio Northern has been able to play. They've only taken the shots whenever they absolutely can afford one, and yet again, we finally get another shot for the Cornell offense, and Ohio Northern somehow, some way saves it. And how in the world did Kip not send that one in?
Yeah, honestly, that was a really awful play there by Kip. Just unsubscribe, just log off after that one. But nevertheless here, final
goodness,
15 seconds. Yeah, we will absolutely roast you for, missing a sitter like that. Final few seconds, though. Game number 3 going the way of ONU as they now take the lead, heading into game 4. A 4th goal here by STN to seal it.
Seal it, deal it, ship it. That's how you win the game. And clip it, and clip it.
Don't forget to bop it.
Pop it, twist it, pull it, throw it out the window, never play with it again. Game 4, after this one, 4-1, 4-0, by the way, as well for Ohio Northern. They're looking incredibly good. They went on a massive streak in the second half of that game, the halftime to the second half of that game. And Cornell College, they only put up 2 shots the entire game.
Yeah, that was a very concise, full-on plan of attack there by ONU there. Listen, I'm trying to use the big college words, guys. Sometimes they don't come to me, all right? It's been a while since college for me. But ONU, they had some big brain plays there for sure. STN really able to string things along there, and just you saw them making those connections across the field on the orange half of the field all day. And they just felt like they had all day to set up those passes and those shots early on that game, and that made it much more frantic and forcing Cornell to play catch-up at the later half of the game.
Yeah, Cornell has to figure out a way to deny space in their own half. Where most of the success came for Ohio Northern was in that Cornell side, where they were able to get those midfield passes. I mean, we saw a couple of passes come out through midfield. I mean, in hockey, it would have definitely called a penalty, but there's no penalty. There's no penalty in Rocket League. You can throw the ball wherever you can. If you can run into it, or you can drive into it and flip into it, you can pass it to whoever, wherever, and that is the main reason why Ohio Northern was able to do so good this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt like you're about to go, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball type action there. It was a great analogy there to say how dominant ONU is looking. They're looking a little Globo Gym right now, but can the average Joes of Cornell College come back here as they are now facing match point in game 4?
Need to figure out a way to extend. Like I said, they need to stop allowing these zoning type passes from Ohio Northern, because once again, we ain't playing hockey, we are playing Rocket League. Zoning does not exist. Ohio Northern is well aware of that.
Listen, if zoning didn't exist, tell that to where they can or can't build apartments, all right? Because listen, my rent's going up, all right?
Oh, sorry to hear that. Anyway, 45 seconds in, it's already Ohio Northern scoring, and that's the death timer on for Cornell College. The upper bracket life of Cornell might just be starting to dwindle.
Yeah, what a shot here. Nice little setup there by J-Rup. Able to provide that disruption on the back line there. It's all about these bumps here for ONU. They love to set up these bumps, trying to put their opponents in a bad position on the goal line there and knock them out of the chance to make that save. 4:04 on the clock, though. No score found, no offense found for Cornell right now. Can they find that file and resuscitate? Because right now it does feel like ONU are just marching it down their throats as STN makes it a double.
Double up on it. Not a double, but STN well on his way for it. There's two, only a minute and 9 seconds in. Cornell College, they've not scored a goal in a little over 6 minutes or so.
Yeah, that is a...
Bad news.
Yeah, that's the bad news bears for sure. I think it's actually closer to 7 minutes at this point here because they did score like before a minute left in game number 2 there. But it's been since game 2. This is game 4, folks. Cornell College, if you have that support in the chat, they need your support right now. I feel like this is a team, they feed on vibes. You know, they did so well on the land there, and I think part of that was the support and the vibes you get from land. So they kind of need that support from you, chat, as these shots come on frame here, but not in the back of the net for Cornell.
My goodness, that was a very risky save. Uncle STN, what were you thinking? It worked out, though. You get one of those every series, and that's definitely the one that they needed burnt. Cornell College now starting to not slow this pace down, but get things under control a little bit better. Ohio Northern does not want to slow things down at all. They gotta go fast, Yeah,
and that was a shot attempt, completely missed there by Kip. Once again, there's two of those where it feels like it's an open net there. Should have completed that, so these kids, they are much better at Rocket League than we are, but that's why we like to give them just a little bit of gruff when that happens. 2.5 minutes still to play, though. They've got a 2-goal lead, the most dangerous lead in esports. Cornell College needs a bit of a lifeline. What kind of dynamic play can they come up with to break the defense of ONU right now?
Halfway already ticked off. Up goes Ohio Northern once more. Cornell College denies yet again. 50s on 50s on 50s on 50s. One more time, Ohio Northern gets the better end of it, and it forces Cornell College to drop back once more. Up and down right in front of the Cornell College net. STN over towards the center. T-Girl Sunshine denies. Ohio Northern lets this ball roll around for a little bit. Huge fake from J-Rup. Over into the net. No, Flux keeps it out.
Yeah, nice little save there, but time is now the enemy for Cornell. Nice little pass in by T-Girl. The shot from Daddy Dino. It's denied by J-Rup as it's a minute and a half still to go now. ONU keeping that clean sheet, and I feel like they're taking some pride in it, but this shot now from T-Girl off the post. How does that not go in?
I don't know. And at the moment, I don't think Cornell College cares. They just need something to go in because reality starts to set in at the minute mark. Ohio Northern leading by 2. Cornell College series life is on the line. They've had so many opportunities, get so close, yet be so far from the promised land. And Cornell College starting to run out of time. This one needs to go in, and it does. Flux stays alive.
The team captain there, once again, knowing his team needs a spark, able to jump forward here, keeps them hopes alive. 50 seconds left to play. They have an opportunity here. They need to finish it to keep alive and maybe force overtime. And that's, an opportunity, or even to win it in regulation.
beats out the top player. And a big demo from T-Girl Sunshine as well. Looks to delay this attack from Ohio Northern, but it's not about delaying the attack. It's about getting your own attack going as soon as possible. The clock's still ticking. It's not going to stop, and you are still trailing.
Yeah, and now final few seconds in this game here. Win or drop down to the lower bracket. You gotta survive it here. Final few seconds. It's in the box there. Flux with the shot. STN makes the save. Can Flux make another one? T-Girl keeps it alive off the wall here. Now Flux. Will it drop down here? Still alive. Oh, it's so close, but it's game, set, match for ONU.
Smacks it down like a volleyball spike. Ohio Northern gets the job done. 2-1 final score in game 4. And I mean, great start to the series by Cornell College, taking game 1 2-1. But ever since then, Ohio Northern got warmed up. They had to lock in, got a little too silly. But ever since then, they were great, perfect, even if you want to say it. Not quite perfect, not allowing any goals. But I mean, they're pretty close to perfect. They were pretty good.
Yeah, that first game there, I think they were just a little rusty there. Obviously, not coming off the bye there. But now they are fully locked in. It felt like there definitely was something where you saw that mentality or something switched on there for them, and they were able to get the dub. Meanwhile, for Cornell College, their job's not done yet. They are still alive here. They got the losers, the lower bracket, to run through potentially, and they have a shot still to get to the grand finals. And that is something where, you know, I think they could, this is a team that could make a nice deep lower bracket run.
Oh, absolutely. They got incredibly deep back at the MEC Clash. You cannot forget that. Nobody expected them to get that deep even throughout the lower bracket, but hey, surprisingly, they made a very deep lower bracket run. So I absolutely expected them to do something like that again. You cannot be surprised if they go deep throughout this lower bracket.
No, absolutely not. And, you know, I think that's, you know, something that's fun about the tournament opportunities here for them. And I think we've got opportunities for the folks at home, because if you're living in Kansas and you're looking for events to get involved in locally, we have you covered. Unified and the University of Kansas Esports wants you to enter the Birdcage at KU. Smash singles, doubles, and Mario Kart on offer this Saturday, March 23rd. Type in !Birdcage in the chat and follow the link to enter.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Got some Smash Bros, got some Mario Kart as well. So show up, !Birdcage in the chat right now if you want to learn a little bit more about it. However, that is all we have for right now. You don't want to go anywhere. We have more Rocket League coming up, and I believe we also have an interview right after the short break. So don't go anywhere. If you need to go get water, go get it and come back right here. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, folks. We have with us Uncle STN of the winning side, ONU. And Unc, congratulations on the win. How y'all feeling?
Yeah, we're feeling good, you know. We kind of got off to a slow start, but yeah, I mean, we were just kind of chilling, having a good time.
Didn't hurt you too bad. I got a couple of questions about specifically that game 1. Things did not quite go your way in game 1. Things were a little bit awkward, and I want to know how you were able to come back from that. For game 1, of course, you lost 2-1. disappointing fashion, but you were able to come back in a huge way. How was that?
I mean, we just had a talk. You know, we made a few like defensive mistakes, and they got goals out of them. We're like, we just got to clean it up and communicate better. Those were like the two main things, and that's what we did.
And you already do that quite well. One thing I am curious though is how do you feel like this team has changed since the beginning of the MEC split here?
We actually got a coaching session, and so we've kind of switched our play style a little bit, and we think it's for the better. So like we're still kind of working on it, trying to iron some stuff out, but we're really liking it, and we're excited about, you know, the future.
Awesome, and I want to bring it back into the MEC clash right a couple of months ago. You had a matchup against Cornell College in the lower bracket, and Cornell got a huge upset over you, knocking you guys out. Did that play into this game today?
Honestly, no. We didn't really care. We're not really thinking about stuff in the past, so like I said, we just came in. We were pretty confident. Just kind of we were relaxing. Maybe a little too much game one, like I said. So, but yeah.
Well, certainly the confidence paid off for you today. You're able to move on in the upper bracket here, and obviously you've got some stiff competition on the other side of that bracket. Regardless of who you're coming up against, there, it's going to be either one of the winner of Cleveland State versus Miami University happening later today, and obviously this is the last week before we get back to land play. There, what are you feeling moving forward here?
Yeah, I mean both those teams are pretty good, so I think, you know, once we find out who wins that match, then we'll prepare for that matchup. So that'd still be played on land. So yeah, we're excited. It should be a lot of fun on land, regardless of whoever wins that series.
All right, well, congratulations, STN. And best of luck on LAN coming up next week. We will see you then. Have a good night. Get some rest. You deserve it.
Yep, thanks, guys.
Yeah, it was a well run by ONU that time, getting the win over Cornell. And I know we've got two more teams looking for a nice win themselves, but obviously only one can come out on top there.
Absolutely. We got a lot more Rocket League left to be played after this break. So once again, make sure you don't go anywhere and meet us right back here. We got Cleveland State versus Miami University of Ohio coming up in just a couple minutes.
My name is Carson Comstock. My gamer tag's Carson. I play for Cleveland State and the Rocket League team.
Hi, my name is Super K. I represent Cleveland State University and I play Rocket League.
Hey, my name is Max. I play Rocket League. My in-game name is Space. I play for Cleveland State University.
You're on the dev team at Rocket League, okay? And you're in charge of bringing in a new IP to collaborate. What are you bringing in first? I mean, I guess like a Tesla or something like. Oh, okay, do a little, yeah, get a little. Because I know the new Cybertruck came out. They brought the Cybertruck. Oh, Cybertruck would be like instant. Yeah, instant transition.
I wouldn't really bring content in. I would just want to make the game better, like better servers. Like I would want more, like make the game better.
Speed Racer.
Speed Racer?
Speed Racer.
Hell yeah. Number 6 on the side.
Yeah.
Crazy. What kind of hitbox are we working with on that?
Because for the longest time, servers have just been terrible, and yeah. So I just think a little bit of maintenance on the actual game itself could go along.
Sure. I mean, that's like instant dominance hitbox, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Mainly for dominance.
Yeah, too flat, too wide. It wouldn't be good for an Oxy because it's too long. It's too long. I'd probably just say like hybrid or just something, or maybe dominance. Dominance is what I thought, yeah. Because it's pretty long, yeah.
I'm Jack Fiore Roberts. I'm a Rocket League player from Miami University of Ohio.
My name is Jack Risky Afterzees. I play Rocket League for Miami Ohio.
I'm Bryce Thompson, OWAM in the game. I play Rocket League for Miami University.
And what are the things you look forward to whenever you get an offline event like this?
I like seeing the people I play, and for better or worse. If they beat me, I like to know who beat me. If I lose, I like to see who I played. It adds a real life factor to the game.
Yeah.
The social aspect of it.
I suppose just being in person with my teammates and just having fun playing Rocket League. That's at the end of the day, what we all here to do is just play Rocket League. So
yeah.
The teams who are a little bit more vocal are less vocal this time, so it's just across the way.
Yeah, it was a really long day yesterday though, so I don't see a bit too much Rocket League. I don't know how much I'll be playing it in the next week. But.
Would you say there's a little more pressure maybe it's been?
The first few stages, no, but like once you get to where there's actually something on the line, absolutely. Like a playoff bracket on LAN versus a playoff bracket online, there's a lot more online.
Are y'all a bit more vocal, or on the more vocal side, or do you let the gameplay kind of speak?
I don't think we definitely are a little bit destructive on the field, but other than that.
Cleveland State as OM makes it 6-0. This is a message to the entire MEC.
Well, this was definitely the results that we expected. Any team that wants it could get it. You know what I'm saying?
Been exuding that the entire time. I'll eat my words. You watch this goal.
Against the backboard, the fake, nothing. It is Cleveland State who hand Miami their first loss on LAN.
You know, we beat them. We can beat them again. We just have to play our game.
Up goes Ciprocate. Flip reset, delays it. What a play! Ciprocate goes crazy!
Carson beats the only defender, and that's how it ends. Cleveland State with the dagger.
We saw the true Cleveland State this past weekend.
I think we lose one more game. That's it. I think ONU is going to come out hot and take one game off us, and that's the only thing. I think other than that, we sweep everyone else that's left until the finals.
Hello? What just happened?
Hey! Anyone against us, at the end of the day, we're still going to come out winning, and we've proven that thus far. So
sets up an opportunity here. Not much support in here. I'm going to take it solo. Oh, look at this aerial.
We're here to play to win. That's the difference between us.
And welcome back, folks, to a fiery clash here for the Midwest Esports Conference playoffs. We got ourselves Cleveland State taking on those Miami boys. And boy, this is a matchup here where it's just absolutely, it's electric every time these two meet on the pitch.
It really is. One of the best matches you can possibly get throughout the entire MEC. And this might, I repeat, might be the last time we get it throughout the entire season. Cleveland State University versus Miami University of Ohio. If you remember back to the MEC Clash a couple of months ago, Cleveland State University was the team that ended up stomping out everybody else. They took the dub and they took home the MEC Clash Championship. But gotta remember, Miami University was not that far behind them.
No, they weren't. And here's the thing as well with the regular season standings there. Cleveland State, they did all right there. 5-1 in the regular season. But ultimately, I felt like that they didn't quite reach the same heights that they had during that lane there. I felt like they kind of cooled off just a little bit there, and they weren't really able to take that #1 spot away from ONU, who were able to take them on and defeat them there. So I think that's something where both these teams, they have a measure of trying to exact themselves as a dominant force, and it's like unstoppable force versus immovable object on either side here, and it's hard to see the winner between these two because these two teams I feel like they're so evenly matched.
For sure. Of course, we remember back to the MEC Clash LAN, CSU could not be stopped by anybody. I think they lost maybe one series throughout the entire round robin team, or throughout the entire round robin format. But ever since then, and ever since after that, it was all CSU throughout the rest of the Clash. Miami, Ohio, I want to say they were second actually at the Clash. So like you said, you put it up as perfect as you could. This match is electric every single time we have it.
Absolutely. And I think that's something that, both these teams are pretty well known in MEC. And I think, obviously, Miami, they are a well-known college for having great coaching available to them. And to take nothing away from CSU, they have a great program as well where, we had that interview with the director there. And really a fascinating one to go by here to see what's going to happen with these two teams. I'm curious, though, who's going to come out on top. And I think it comes down to the personnel you have available to you for these two teams. You look at these two on paper here, Cypricate, Carson, and Sways on Cleveland State. That is a team that strikes fear to their opponents. Although, on the other side, let's talk about Miami, right? I think they've got some guys over there that you just say, wow.
Oh, for sure. I mean, OWAM, I feel like they were the unsung hero of the entire MEC Clash. I feel like they've been the unsung hero of the entire season period. As well, Fira and Risky, they have been unfathomably good at being those supporting roles. It's another game that it comes down to your main guy with the two support. Meanwhile, Cleveland State's a little bit more balanced out. Cypricate, Carson, and Sways, they could all pop off. They could all have a show-out game, sell-out show-out game, and they could just go crazy and get 4, 5, 6 goals.
Yeah.
Miami University, they have that somewhat, but not to the extent of the Vikings.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing, though, with Miami. There is that guy on their side, Fira. There have been some talks, some rumbling, some whispers, some chatter. Like, some people think this guy is so good, he might be the best player, the MVP of the MEC. I mean, I don't know what this voting is there, but I've heard some chatter. People are really liking their play on the field there. And to think again, Fira, I believe they're only a freshman, which is really just speaks to the levels of what they can achieve moving forward, because they've got so much untapped potential just waiting.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We can't forget that the MEC voting is coming up very, very soon. We got all the MEC. We also have the MVP stuff. And I will be very surprised if any of these 6 players are not in the MEC, at least something, whether it's MVP or all MEC, because all 6 of these players 100% deserve a spot.
Absolutely. It is a tough one here. I mean, you talk about the young talent on both sides. Let's be, give full credit. The number of rookies in this matchup right now is 4. We've got Cypricate, you've got Carson, Fira, and Risky. No, excuse me, and OWAM is also there. So that's actually 5. My math is off here, but a lot of rookies on the pitch tonight. So Sways, the veteran, so to speak, here of these 6 competitors. It's going to be interesting here that this is a matchup. Not only we're going to see it today, we're going to be able to see it for years to come, potentially.
It's very rare whenever you say, oh, well, it's rookie night, so things are going to be incredible. You rarely hear that said. Typically, it's rookie night. The play's not going to be as good. But when you have 5 rookies and 5 of the best rookies throughout the entire MEC, you're going to get a good game. 100%.
Yeah, this is going to be incredible. I really think that since you have that youth on both sides of the ball here, it's going to come down to ultimately who's been grinding the most with their team side. It's going to come down to that communication, how they're gelling together on the pitch, who's been elevating, stepping up in those scrims, and really being able to challenge and getting faster and connecting with the ball in dangerous areas. So I'm curious, if you had to put a pin on it right now, Tucker, best of 5, does this go to game 5 and who takes it?
Oh, it's got to go to game 5. I don't see a world where this series does not go to game 5. I definitely don't see a world this doesn't go to at least game 4. Maybe if one of these teams is a little bit off, we could see game 4 only, but I got a feeling it's got to go to game 5. With how good these two teams are, with how close they are in terms of skill and positioning, and just overall how well they play the game of Rocket League together, I'm 100% banking on a game 5. Considering they're both 5-1, they have both, I believe, didn't they both lose to Ohio Northern throughout the regular season as well? So they are just close throughout and throughout.
They are, but for me, I'm curious. I gotta feel like I'm gonna give it probably to Cleveland State in 4, and here's why. It's because I believe in Cleveland State. I believe this is a team that has shown that they can really show out on a LAN environment, and they're a team that thrives in a high pressure situation here. This is the playoffs, right? It's very much every game matters at this point here. It doesn't matter how you get in. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And they want to finish strong, and they want to get to that rematch with ONU, who they feel like they can match up against very good.
Comes down to LAN. Throughout the MEC, there's not a better team than Cleveland State. If they can get on LAN, then they are going to be an absolute problem. And I mean, we saw this in the MEC Clash a couple months ago. Didn't they qualify like the 4th or 5th seed? It was surprisingly low for what we saw at the MEC Clash LAN. Meanwhile, like Miami University of Ohio, they played about the same. Same with Ohio Northern. But Cleveland State came out and just stomped everything and everyone in their way on LAN, which, I mean, nobody expected to see it.
I think some people probably expected to see it. I think those people are CSU fans for sure.
Yeah,
don't know. You can't ever say nobody expected to see it. Somebody saw it coming. Were they biased? Maybe, but somebody definitely saw it there, and I think that's going to show out here in the chat. We love it when you guys are interacting. Obviously, the fans, you guys, that energy really helps propel these teams forward whenever they need it. As it seems that Miami University, they've got a nice big presence online as well. They certainly feel like they've got an opportunity here. It's the playoffs, right? It doesn't get much bigger of a stage than this, except for the LAN, and this is an opportunity to try to play for that opportunity.
Again, if y'all are unfamiliar about it, a win solidifies a spot at the MEC Final LAN. So every win matters so much more, JT. Of course, throughout the regular season, it's all about the seeding. The top team gets the 1 seed, which gives them a 1-round bye. But now we're starting to get really, really deep. Once again, a win and you're in the LAN, and that matters so much more for Cleveland State because they are the LAN team in the MEC. Best LAN team by far, in my opinion.
For sure. Though, folks, what we will do, we will take a brief break as we figure out some of these technical difficulties here on the side of the players. When we come back, we will have this game for you in all of its glory. And folks, we are live bringing you the action here in game number 1 between CSU and Miami of Ohio. Here we have CSU on the blue side of the field for you, with Miami on the orange side as we get kicked off in game number 1 here. And let's take a look. Reciprocate really keep holding it down in the midfield for them, but it's a dangerous situation here coming in from OWAM. And OWAM, the shot was there, the demo's there, but the goal still missing.
Shots, a couple saves. So far, nothing has hit just yet, but it's going near the shot line of Miami University of Ohio. However, not quite where they need it to, and not quite where they need it to finish. One more time, shot and saved by Fira. Almost sent over to the orange net by Cleveland State. Alas, both of these teams' defense is still holding strong.
Yeah, holding strong for now as both teams test the waters, itching and raring to go, trying to get into this one as they can. 3:45 on the clock here in game number 1. Sways, dangerous situation from OWAM. OWAM shot denied by Reciprocate as they keep the scoreline clean, but how long does that defense last?
Got a feeling I can't lose forevers. One more time. There goes Reciprocate off of the shot. Saved away by Fira yet again. Defensive legend coming out, showing their worth for the Miami side. 2 minutes in, we have a couple of shots, but so far, no goals, no nothing. Nothing to show for. Almost goes in for Sways, but OWAMzilla has it yet again.
Yeah, nice little save that time to keep it a scoreless game, but here comes Sways again. Missed it there as they ran right into their own teammate, but danger, danger, right in front of the box. It's cleared away for the team of Miami. Miami now trying to get it out of their own half, but Reciprocate and Carson, those are the two names that I loved to talk about so much on this CSU team, because they really love to just ramp up the pressure on their opponents. As Carson now takes it out past midfield. The demo here on Carson from OWAM, and they are getting out of danger and trying to turn it into a shot themselves from Fira.
Shot saved away yet again. OWAM does not have an easy angle to the net. Driving back down, Cleveland State, big opportunity, but Reciprocate hits it up just a little bit too high. I'm noticing a couple of miscommunications being quite common for Cleveland State so far throughout this game 1. They've had opportunities that they can turn into a shot, maybe even a goal, but self-sabotage has been the name of this game so far.
Absolutely dangerous, but nothing substantial as of yet on the score sheet. Minute 50 still to play here in game number 1. The shot dangerous there, not going to happen, says OWAM as he sends it up to Fira. Fira shot denied by Sways, but here comes Risky, and we are in business with the first goal.
Nice setup from Fira. Sways tries everything they can to clear it out, but they knew they had one on their tail. Took them a while, a little longer than I expected, but we finally have our first goal, and it goes to Miami University of Ohio.
A nice goal to break up the game here, as it seemed like these two teams could go on forever. Now coming again, it is Miami looking to add on to this lead here. Maybe they want that 2-0 lead. They ain't afraid of it. They ain't scared of nothing right now, as they are riding high with the lead.
90 seconds passed. 90 seconds to go in this game. Cleveland State starting to get a couple of touches on it. Carson off of the backboard, sends over to the midfield part. Risky business, has to make that touch, and up goes Fira with another save. I believe that gives them the Savior medal into this last minute of the game. I was trying to say Savior medal, but I kept thinking of the word silver medal.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about Savior, and I was immediately trying to think of like a Green Day song to capture that with. Regardless, the shot captured by Reciprocate as they make a nice save, trying to turn defense into offense here. Final 30 seconds on deck as another shot comes to the back of the net. Carson makes that save, but it is Miami who still lead, and they hold on to that lead with their fingers as tight as they can here, trying to shut it down defensively.
Reciprocate with just 15 seconds to go. Needs to figure out some way to turn this to a goal for Cleveland State. One more time. It's saved away by none other than Fira. Up to the backboard, up to the ceiling, up into the shot. One more time. They need to get it in, and it does not go. Fira with the Savior medal and then some, but there's no silver medals for them, only gold. Game 1 goes their way. Only 1-0, but it definitely didn't feel like it.
No, absolutely. You look at the saves, there's 7 saves versus 5. A lot of shots were put on target there, but ultimately Miami coming out on top from Risky. Risky able to put it home, and sometimes all you need is one. And they're able to take it home. Game number 1, an opportunity now, if it is possible here for CSU, what they need to do to try to come back against Miami. And it felt like they were close, just no cigar.
Yeah, they were definitely pretty close, especially at the end there. You saw Cleveland State was putting up a couple of shots that were just saved away by none other than Fira. Saw an occasional clear from one of the other toadies on the Miami University side, but I mean, OWAM might have gotten the MVP spot when it comes down to how the Rocket League points are scored, but I don't know. I got a hard time saying that Fira was not the main reason why they were able to sneak away with it.
Right, and a correction for you folks here. Unfortunately, due to the MEC rules and regulations here, there was a game penalty inflicted on Cleveland State as well. So it is actually Miami. A correction, they are up 2-0 in this series here due to that game penalty being inflicted by CSU.
Up goes down. Ball falls in front of the net. Not quite sent home just yet, but it goes in front of the net for Miami. And once more, Sways has to be denied by Fira, and the Savior keeps on saving. It's in the name, it's in the game. Everything that you can find is sent away by Fira.
Yeah, nice denial there. And now Carson knows they got time. They got to make something up here. They got to find something in the back of the net here, because certainly Miami, the situation has changed, and they are looking much more dominant here. And I think that CSU, they've got to find something quickly, and they want to turn the tide here, as it is now effectively game 3 for them.
So once again, taking a bit of a detour outside of their comfort zone, being the goal. Start to get a little bit more on the offense. One more time, surprise, surprise, Fira Soji has a shot going right at them, and they save it away. Miami University starts to drive it back down the other way. This time it's booming down to the goal, and Fira puts up yet another save.
And now Sways ramping up the pressure here, but it is Fira able to break it and turn it into offense here, right into the offensive corner right away. Reciprocate does their best, but not able to get it out past their corner, and now it is an opportunity here looking for CSU's way, but Fira just so disruptive, just making defense from the front, and that's how you play and try to win, as they make a shot here, an attempt there, but the bumps get in the way of the finish.
More time, it's a little too high. No one's there to finish. It's off to the side. Halfway through this game, Sways driving down, beaten away by Owamzilla. There up goes Risky. Boots it back down. Fira has the setup. It's absolutely perfect. Beautiful to watch, but the accuracy is not good enough to find a home. Now they have to set back up again, though. A huge whiff and a huge opportunity for none other than Fira.
And it is Fira who got the goal here in this game. I thought they would have got the goal last game. No, that was Risky. My mistake. I committed immediately. But Fira, we've been seeing their name a lot here, and for good reason. Again, we said there was chatter. Maybe this could be the MVP of the MEC that we're looking at here. Fira's been all over the place here for this Miami squad, and I feel like they've only gotten better throughout the year.
Really have, and we gotta remember, Miami, they're so close to being able to finish this whole thing out. Just 90 seconds to go. They've been sneaking by with these games. The last one, they were able to take 1-0. This time, the scoreline is 1-0 with just 90 seconds to go. Cleveland State needs to make up this ground.
Yeah, now dangerous balls coming in here to the CSU side. But Sways tries to pop it out, gets a nice bump there. Fira, though, able to make the save, and now they've got the offense, they've got the defense clicking, and now they've got a counterattack opportunity denied by Carson, but OWAM was looking for it here, now risking off the backboard. OWAM, can they finish? It's 2-0.
Goodness gracious. OWAMzilla, you are goated. So good. Miami University of Ohio are cooking. This is game 3, this is game 3. They're winning by 2. That I think this series would end in a sweep. And all of a sudden, we are just 60 seconds away from this being a sweep in the way of Miami University of Ohio.
Yeah, we got to see some attack here from CSU, and it's got to happen in less than a minute if they want to survive and make it to at least game 4 here. They got to find something in the back of the net. Fear, though, every time the ball comes their way, they're always a dangerous person to watch out, go in and save it is Sways, but so close, so often. Fira just dominating the back line.
There it is. Last warning they are gonna get, and it's only gonna get harder from here on out. Miami has done such a good job controlling the pace, controlling the pitch, and controlling where the balls go and when. And there we see the third one yet again for Miami University. It's another goal, and this one might just be the nail straight through the helmet of the Vikings.
Oh man, an absolute dagger through the heart there. This is tough here for CSU, and it's a fourth one. Fira has a brace as well.
Beauty, absolute beauty. As up goes Fira, getting involved on the front line, typically the defender in these situations, but not this time. Cleveland State trailing by a lot. 10 seconds to go. This series is wraps.
Yeah, this will be game, set, match in a sweep. Miami of Ohio will take this series, and that means they have secured a date with destiny in the upper bracket, as they are now getting the opportunity to face off against ONU on LAN.
Man, what a game and what a matchup for the LAN stage. I mean, Miami, Ohio versus Ohio Northern. This is, of course, the Battle of Ohio's, but it's also just a really good matchup. Both of these teams are so incredibly close when it comes down to it, and I cannot wait for it. GG's to Cleveland State. Better luck in the lower bracket, but a huge congratulations to Miami.
Absolutely, and give nothing away to Miami either. You know, this is something that they won, and they showed up and played the game they wanted to play. Fira, like we said, absolute disruptive force there, the difference maker, I think, throughout that series. But nevertheless, obviously, we still have Cleveland State. They're not out of it. They're going to be in LAN too, as is Cornell. They have the opportunity in that lower bracket. They are going to find who their opponents are. I believe Illinois College is going to be taking on Cleveland State at LAN. So that one could be an opportunity. You're going to see if that rebound happens there.
Absolutely. And if you're confused on what we're talking about for the LAN and where's it at, when is it at, well, here you go. If you want to see these MEC players live and experience the MEC for yourself live in person, you should absolutely come to watch the MEC Spring Championship at the Unified Gaming Fan Fest Illinois College on April 6th and 7th. Make sure to use command !Spring Championship in the chat and follow the link to get your tickets and join us there. That's !Spring Championship, all one word. To get more information, just follow the link and you can join us there. We are not done just yet. We have an interview as well as one more match, so make sure you don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss any of the action that we have to offer here on this beautiful Wednesday night.
Welcome, folks, to the interview portion of tonight's match between CSU and Miami of Ohio, where who else but Fira is going to join us after that dominant performance. Congrats on the win.
Thank you very much. It was a good series once we got going.
Yeah, it really was. And Fira, I gotta say, you were absolutely everywhere. At one point, you were on the back line making 3, 4, 5, 18 saves in a row, and then just 10 seconds later, you were on the front line scoring the game-winning goal. Was that planned, or did you just happen to fall into place and be at the right place at the right time a lot?
No, that definitely wasn't planned. We were just kind of playing our normal play style, and I mean, shout out to my teammates. Like our play style today was really good. I think our rotations were how we want them to be, and I think we definitely were gelling, doing really well. And I've been feeling better these last few days. I think I've been feeling in quite a few weeks, so I think it's definitely worked out for us tonight.
Absolutely, and you guys have so much youth on the roster as well. The entire roster there as rookies. Have you felt any of that pressure yet? Because you are guys, this is your first time in Collegiate Rocket League.
No, I wouldn't say so. No, I think we all just kind of came into it just ready to play, and I don't think like grade difference really makes a lot of difference, considering that a lot of us have played the game, outside of school and in the past in high school. So I don't think that really changes a whole lot. So I think it's we just play our game, and I don't think that really changes a lot for us.
All right, Fira, you just qualified for the MEC Spring Championship. Your first matchup is going to be against Ohio Northern University. So far, they have been the top dogs. You have any worries going into this next match on LAN, or is it all confidence from y'all?
I wouldn't say we have a whole lot of confidence, but we're also not worried. I just think we don't want to be overconfident. But I think in the past we've shown that we can beat this team. Besides that one regular season blip, but I think that was just a one-off, and it shouldn't be the same on LAN. And either way, it'll be a good game. But yeah, I think we're confident going into that for sure.
I'm sure you guys are excited for the LAN. Last thing, though, before I let you go, I do kind of want to ask you guys, how do you feel like your team has changed over the course of the season? Like, what makes you different from where you were at the beginning?
I would say just like our experience in gelling as a team, because I think that is the one part where being freshens kind of does make a difference. Is we've only known each other for that long, so like our team hasn't been formed for 3 or 4 years if people have been playing for that long. So I think really the only difference is we just been continuing playing, practicing, scrimming every week, and just trying to like smooth out our play style as much as we can for how we want to play, and that's kind of been the direction we've been taking.
All right, thank you, Fira. Congratulations on the dub, and best of luck at the finals in Illinois.
Thank you very much.
All right, we got one more matchup coming up right after this short break. JT, are you excited?
I am, because quite frankly, we've had the opportunity to see every single player that's going to be showing up at the LAN, except for one. We don't know who is going to be Cornell College's opponent just yet, and we're going to be able to find that out right after these messages.
I'm Brett Snyder, Hawkeye in Rocket League, and I play for Simpson College.
My name is Joseph Busher. I'm a Rocket League player for Simpson College, and my gamer tag is Jay Crusher King.
I am Brandon Barkey. In game, I just go by Barkey, and I play Rocket League for Simpson College.
Any of your teammates that could go viral? Who's most likely, and why?
Barkey.
Okay.
He'd do either something stupid or like something really cool. That's his two spectrums.
Barkey, he's the cutest.
Oh, what a wholesome answer. No,
really cool
nothing in the middle.
Nope.
Yeah,
really cool or really stupid?
It's not a bell curve. I mean,
Yeah.
we're looking at the extremes here. Yeah. All right. Usually it's a face for radio, but this one's actually getting likes.
I worked at a radio station.
Oh, this is true. Surely we don't go 3 for 3. You're not allowed to answer for yourself.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Then I'll come up with another.
I want you to paint me a picture.
Oh, I've got the picture for you. It's either like a TikTok or a Facebook short reel or whatever, and it is of my man Brett. Trying to do pickup lines on random women on like a boardwalk. You know, like those boardwalk videos.
Yeah. Just
and
no
they
shame.
They don't even like say something mean back. They straight up walk
away. Yeah.
And he just has to stand. Gabe Morawski. My gamer tag is Gabe16. I play for Ashland University Rocket League. I'm Landon Sapp. My gamer tag's Slippy. I play Rocket League and I'm from Ashland University.
I'm Daniel McInnes. Silent Wolf. Play Rocket League and I go to the Ashland University.
You're on the dev team at Rocket League. Okay. And you're in charge of bringing in a new IP to collaborate. What are you bringing in first?
Oh, that's a hard one. Me personally, I'm always just a huge fan. So
yeah,
really,
let's do it. Yeah, all right. So what do we bring in?
JJK, Demon Slayer. I mean, it'd be kind of fun to have some Plants vs. Zombies stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know, like
Interesting.
A little shooter head on.
Yeah.
I definitely want some with like new game modes. I feel like a sports company would maybe be able to do that. Like, I don't know, reimagine hoops or volleyball or something. Just something to really bring a new element.
Yeah.
Goal Explosion.
Okay. Oh, true. I haven't even thought of that. You could go kind of crazy. The like sunflower wheels.
Yeah.
You know, you get the boost trail is like the like suns that come out.
Yeah,
you know, kind of
that'd be
thing.
really cool.
Yeah. Wait, that kind of writes itself, honestly.
Yeah.
Like Mario Kart or just something like Nintendo. We don't really have a lot of Nintendo stuff.
Oh, I mean, there's probably good reason that you're like, nah.
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
good.
true,
like,
true,
nah, you're not getting any of ours. Yeah. Everybody's been coming over with like cars and like decals and stuff like that. The explosion is like, that's the first explosion answer we got. That's a good call.
And welcome back, folks, to MEC Rocket League action. Tucker alongside me here, JT Displays, for the final match of the night. And we got ourselves a fight for their lives. This is the first match in the lower bracket. So these two teams, they are fighting to get to the LAN. Win, and you're at the LAN there, taking off against Cornell. But someone's got to win this one. Ashland and Simpson, this is going to be a battle for sure.
It really is. These are I believe, the two lowest teams in the MEC right now. I know Ashland, they did not win a single game throughout the regular season, unfortunately for them. Simpson, I want to say they went 1-5. I believe their only win came against Ashland, considering they did not get a dub. So, best of luck to both of these teams. We are in the slop fest, throwing everything they can at each other. As of course, like we said, the winner goes on into the MEC finals. The loser, season is over.
Yeah, and this is a matchup where I think there is an opportunity here for Ashland to surprise here. Obviously, Simpson, they did get swept there by CSU. However, Ashland was able to take a couple games off them, I believe, at the first LAN to kick off the season here. So it's not like these teams have a bad matchup against each other. This is one that can be competitive here. As, of course, Jay Crusher King there for that side, Barky, those two, it dispels so much danger potential on that side.
It's a scary roster. Simpson College, honestly, I'm surprised that Simpson College did not win as many games as they probably should have. I was expecting them to go maybe at least like 2-4 or 3-3, but no. I've seen what these three players can do. Unfortunately for Ashland, have not seen too much of them, haven't seen too much success mainly. Of course, they have a couple of really good players as well, specifically Geeb, who I'm going to be looking out for. Whenever they've got the ball, anything can happen. Feel like Simpson College has a little bit more balance and a little bit more depth throughout their roster. So I think if we were to make predictions, I am going to have to say Simpson College.
Yeah, that certainly looks like a little bit stronger one. However, Silent Wolf and Geeb, they are the linchpins for that Ashland side there. So I think, if Geeb is able to pop off here for Ashland, they have an opportunity to really surprise Simpson. I think Simpson does have a slight edge as well. I will grant you that, but I do think Ashland has the tool sets available to them to surprise and upset Simpson here, and might be able to take on and move forward here in this lower bracket. Because again, this is a best of 5 where everything counts here. It is do or die, win or stay home for these two teams.
Yes, it is. Haven't seen a match like this just yet, but now, all of a sudden, things have gotten real. The loser season is over. mean, the first two matches of the first two matches of the day, it was you win, you're onto the bracket, or you lose, you're going onto the lower bracket. But all of a sudden, there's no second chance for here. This is their second chance, and if they lose, they're done.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the opportunity here where diamond gets made, right? This is the thing where the lower bracket can be it is unforgiving. It's not can't be. It is unforgiving. Every single mistake is going to get capitalized on here. Everything is going to be magnified for these two teams as we get underway for game number 1. Ashland University and Simpson College underway.
Up goes Ashland University already. They have a touch off of the kickoff. They win it out. Of course, Simpson College starting to get fired up. They've got a big save needed, but Ashland University still peppering this backboard, making things a little harder for Simpson College.
They are, and now here comes the opportunity, looking to go the way of Ashland as they pop it up here. Slippy trying to drop it in, and Slippy's shot denied by Barkey, who we know I like to call Sparky because he can absolutely pop off for his team, and they may need that from him today.
He's a little too slow on it. Got a 1 versus 1. AK gets beat out on it. It has to be a touch from Barkey, and they barely are able to get it. Last, Simpson College still has a shot, still has the first goal of the game, and it's JK already putting Simpson College on the board.
Yeah, nice little crusher of a goal right here from midfield from the J Crusher King to put it in 1-0 there, just over a minute into this matchup. And now it is Simpson trying to flex their muscle against Ashland.
Another touch from Slippy, saved away by Hawkeye. Down goes JK Rusher King, leading the charge. They get a bit of a bump, but they're able to turn on a dime over towards the center, looks for the finish, no one's there. Simpson College missing out on an opportunity, and Ashland University counting their lucky stars off of that one.
They are, and now it is a Silent Wolf clear from Hawkeye's shot there, but J Crusher King tries to keep the momentum alive here for Simpson. Slippy, though, trying to get past midfield, can't get around Hawkeye, as it is a very feeding frenzy here for Simpson. They are absolutely teeing up on the back line here of Ashland. Now Silent Wolf finally able to break the pressure, trying to turn defense into offense here, but gives it away just as quickly.
Backboard over the corner. Once again, back and forth. Simpson College, though, a little bit better with it, and Hawkeye has a very difficult angle. Get out the protractor, because we got to go back to geometry class.
Yeah, nice little oof. Could have been, should have been, would have been for Geeb. But ultimately, it is another goal here. Simpson College, they are leading here. Now the 2-goal lead here. Most dangerous lead in esports is 2-0. Can Ashland make that danger a reality?
That's what we have to find out. So far, we have not seen too much pleasing for Ashland University. Simpson College has been able to find the net time and time again, as this time they almost do it, but Slippy has to step up and get the save. Still very dangerous, still a big thorn in Ashland University's side, but eventually they're able to pick it out.
Yeah, nice little pop-up here. Barkey dropping it down. Opportunities here for Simpson abound. The shot, the goal from J Crusher King. A brace for them.
3 in a row. Barkey has a big set up over towards the center. Makes Slippy jump as well. And you cannot play it better than that. You cannot plan it either. 3-0 already. A little over halfway to go. A little bit over halfway in, rather. Ashland University has not found the net yet.
Not just yet, but they are asking questions as Silent Wolf is able to break that duck. 2:02 left to go. We got ourselves a ball game.
All of a sudden, yes we do. Hawkeye misses on the save, and Silent Wolf rolls it on in with just a tiny bit of bounce. The tiniest bit in the land. 120 ticks on that clock. Simpson College still in the lead by quite a bit. Looks to extend it, but Hawkeye's a little too slow.
Yeah, Barky, though, able to corral it at midfield. Can't get around Silent Wolf that time, though. And Silent Wolf trying to create some questions here on the defense. But Simpson holding firm for the moment. The Silent Wolf takes another shot there. Jay Crusher King has to make that save and able to do so. But right back at it, though. Ashland now feeling a lot more confident.
Backboard looks for the second touch. Barky's a little offside. Over to the side goes Silent Wolf, up the wall, gets denied by Hawkeye, and yet again, Simpson College puts another boot online. Once the finish is Ashland University, but they have to stay where they're at for now. Still a 2-goal lead. Ashland University has scored last. They have the momentum in their favor. Simpson College has looked really good for the past minute or so.
Now, final minute remaining in game one. Ashland, they need to turn this positive momentum into actual goals in the back of the net. But here comes Barky trying to create a spark off the counterattack, and Giebs able to shut it down in time and see if they can maintain a 2-goal lead, or if Ashland can cut into it here with a shot from Slippy just a bit wide.
That one needed to go in. That would have helped out Ashland a lot, but alas, it didn't. And Ashland University has to reset back up. Once another one, Silent Wolf gets close but can't find the home. And a huge slip shot from Slippy sends it out of the realm of possibility. Clock is ticking.
Yeah, now final 10 seconds to drop in. Nice cleared away here. Slippy trying to keep it alive for Ashland. They need a goal and then a very lucky kickoff, but I don't think they have enough time. And game one's going to go to Simpson College.
Great game from Simpson College. Ashland University were starting to find their footing, but they found it a little too late. And they had a couple of opportunities they could have used to turn it into a goal, maybe even things up, or at least get it to only a 1-goal deficit. But the net was ever elusive in this game.
Yeah, but the shot count not too dissimilar between these two there. Obviously, Simpson edging that a little bit there, but you have 3 saves on either side of the ball there. And this one was a little bit closer, but ultimately I felt like Simpson, they just had a little bit more of possession, and that seemed to be the stat that mattered the most, just being able to hold on to that ball and make more cohesive and concerning passes into that final third.
Now, we were talking about it, I believe, between our first and second series, how possession can be everything in a game of Rocket League. All it takes sometimes is just controlling that ball and not allowing your opponents to have it, because let's be honest, Ashland, they controlled that ball for probably a minute, maybe a minute and a half, giving them the benefit of the doubt. Simpson College controlled that ball for so much longer, and the score showed.
It did. Now, this is game number 2 underway here. Simpson College there, seeing if they can build on that momentum as Ashland, obviously I think they need to come out firing and fast, an absolute blitzkrieg of an attack against Simpson College if they have any hope here in game number 2, because I feel like, they really want to start off on the right foot, and the best way to do it, just score a lot of goals.
That is true. There is not a strategy in Rocket League that will beat the strategy of score more goals than your opponent.
It's the best strategy, man.
It really is. And speaking of, Simpson College looks to do it, but Silent Wolf wants to deny. Jay Crusher King over into the corner, sent away by Slippy. And once again, Hawkeye has to get back. Huge collision right head on. Nearly a demo, unless one of them was going just a little bit slower.
So close here, but the second point of asking not there for Silent Wolf. Can they corral? They do maintain possession and leave an opportunity here for Gabe to try to set them up here on the pass. The drop in wide, and it's cleared away by Simpson College. 3 minutes and 35 seconds still to play. Gabe drops it in, and Silent Wolf finally is able to secure the goal.
Ashland had everybody jumping. There goes Gieb, makes 1 jump, 2 jumps. Silent Wolf makes the 3rd. And Barky got so close to the save, but so close is not good enough. You got to make the save, and Simpson College can't keep it out. Ashland gets their first lead of the series.
Yeah, and this is an opportunity for them. We said that they could try to get some momentum back, and they're able to do it just now with game number 2, taking the lead here. 3:20 on the clock. Slippy gets past one, can't get around Hawkeye though at midfield, and Silent Wolf called into action to get this off the backboard and cleared away out of harm's way here. Back out to Slippy, trying to set something up here. 3 minutes on the clock still to play, and Simpson College feels like they don't have the same amount of momentum they had in game number 1.
They didn't, though. The backboard might help them out a little bit, but they can't land the finisher. Because that is the huge, important part. Team save needs to be Silent Wolf. Hawkeye gets in the way, and Barky secures it. That was the perfect way for Ashland to get a 2-goal lead and secure themselves in the good part of this game. And all of a sudden, Slippy gets in the way of it.
That hurt. That hurt me physically.
lot.
That hurt me physically there. Like, oh, an opportunity to double the lead there, and then just unfortunate timing with the teammate not able to get out of the way. And now they still have a lead though, so it's not like it's could potentially hurt them as badly as, you know, if they had given up the lead immediately after that.
To go, and Ashland's still leading by 1. Big 50 by Simpson to save another goal. Barky whiffs. Hawkeye whiffs. Oh my goodness. No! Okay. I thought it was bar down and out. Okay. Silent Wolf makes 2
Never
miss.
doubt.
Bar down and one last touch to finish it off, JT. I almost had a heart attack. I'm not even lying.
You just got to believe in him there. Believe in the Silent Wolf. But I said never in doubt, man. I knew that was going in. He had that secured. 2-0 though. A 2-0 lead here. Seemed all right there for Simpson in game 1. They didn't blow that, but Ashland here, now they have a minute and a half to defend that lead, and we'll see if this is where they are able to make their medal or if they are not made of a little bit more brittle stuff.
Or touch. Clears it out yet again. A demo from Ashland. Definitely gives them a good look as Hawkeye drives it down off of the corner. No one has the never mind. Somehow Ashland has that touch. Sends it back over to the midfield portion. Hawkeye bangs right off of the wall. Silent Wolf has to somehow regain control nearly into the net for Ashland. Got to be careful about letting these balls go off of the backboard. That could have burned them if they're not careful.
And now Barky popping it up here, looking to make that solo play through the air. Gets challenged, and it's cleared away. Only out to Hawkeye, who cuts the lead in half.
Lumberjack work yet again. The tree gets chopped down, but there's still a little bit to go. 45 seconds to score a goal and tie this game up. Absolutely 100% manageable for Simpson College, but in this game too, goals have been few and far between, which gives me a little bit of a worry.
It does remind me of that old adage, what's the best way to eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And they are able to take a bite out of that lead there, 1-2. A single goal lead now for Ashland. Simpson, can they cut it and make it a tie ball game with 20 seconds left? The shot from Jay Crusher King ties it up.
The question is, can they tie this up? The answer is yes. And while a 2-goal lead might not be the elephant, it's definitely worth noting that the time was starting to run thin. So now it's one bite at a time, and they are full. But there might be room for dessert. 15 seconds to go.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about dessert, you're talking about, eating up your opponents. I feel like you got to mention the big bad wolf. And right now, the only big bad wolf on the field is on the side of Ashland as we head into overtime.
The Eagles look to fly, and Simpson College looks to land these Eagles all the way through. Silent Wolf sends it over to the center. Slippy rolls it towards the net, and it barely stays out. One more shot from Ashland, denied by Simpson College, and it goes over to the orange net. But it does not get too close. Over past one. Ashland University has a great look so far, but once again, their problem is they're not able to get it past everybody. They're able to get it past one, but not the second or not the third. That has been the problem with Simpson as well throughout this game.
Yeah, nice little attacking play here, and there it is! Jay Crusher King redirects Hawkeye's pass into the back of the net to take game number 2 in favor of Simpson.
It was looking so good. Simpson College, all of a sudden, bang, 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 3 in a row. And JT, I think you're right. The most dangerous lead in esports strikes again.
Hey, it was the elephant in the room, as it were. And, like I said, just take one bite at a time at that elephant. You're going to eat it all eventually. And that's exactly what Simpson College was able to do there. And they retake it, and now they've got a two-game lead heading into game 3.
That they do. Reverse sweep now needed for Ashland University to keep their dreams alive and put themselves into the MEC Finals competition. And Ashland University, it is as simple as this. 3-game wins in a row, and you're on to Illinois. Any losses, and you stay exactly where you are. Better luck next season.
Yeah, this is certainly an opportunity here for Ashland. They've got to summon the MERB, as it were, right? We got to see in the chat here, do we think it's going to be a sweep? If you do think it will be a sweep, I want you to type out that broom, BROOM, in the chat for you Simpson fans out there. If you think that Ashland can summon the Eldritch being of reverse sweeps of the underdog, that is the MERB. You got to turn that in reverse there, like any Eldritch thing. MOORB in the chat, as it's game 3. Will Simpson sweep? Will Ashland stay alive?
That is the question. There have been so many great philosophical questions asked throughout history: to be or not to be, to think is to be. And rather, this time, will Simpson stay alive, or will Ashland fall and go home?
That remains to be seen here, as Ashland now 4.5 minutes in, playing a little bit of defense here. Silent Wolf takes it off the backboard here, tries to get around Barkey, able to do so past the midfield here, and Slippy tries to pick it up here, but Jay Crusher King having some running interference there, trying to slow down this Ashland attack. As Hawkeye takes that rotation here, looking to set up here on the backboard is Ashland. The shot cleared away by Barkey, and it's a mad dash to get back to it here on the defensive side.
This might go down as a blessing in disguise for Ashland, though, as they were starting to get a little overzealous on the front line. So that forces them to retake everything they thought they had, rotate it back. Now they look a little bit more even. They're not as front, not as forward, which will definitely help them in the long run. But they need to find out a way to turn it into a goal.
And now here comes Simpson once again. Barkey trying to be that Sparky, as I love to say. They create the sparks. The sparks weren't quite there in game number 2, but they still managed to find a way here. We'll see if they try to get him more involved here in game 3, or if they stick to the game plan, which seems to be feed the Jay Crusher King.
Goes Hawkeye, backboard is denied by Slippy. Barkey gets beat on it. Ashland driving down towards the Simpson College net, but no one is there to get any touch for Ashland. Completely forfeited back over to Simpson College. It needs to be saved by Silent Wolf. Barkey misses on the finisher. Jay Crusher King, though, has to go up, and yet again, Ashland denies.
Yeah, Jay Crusher King just ran out of boost on that one. Couldn't really complete the attack on that one there, as they now rush back, getting collected, boosted up there, to looking for their opportunities here for Hawkeye. Looking to find Jay Crusher King in the middle, finds Hawkeye once again there, that 1-2 combo, as Slippy gets the demo onto Barkey here for you folks. 2.5 minutes down, 2.5 remaining. The shot, the goal for Hawkeye.
Hot seat just got hotter. Ashland University now needs to score, as if they drain this clock out, that's the end of the season. Better luck, yes, next semester, like I said. 2 minutes and 24 seconds to find a way to break this seal.
Now it is up to Ashland, trying to find a way to break through They were able to do so a little bit on game 2, but right now they've not been able to get to the back of the net there, and really they've been suffering from a lack of attack here. They've been kind of really shut out defensively through most of this game here. Only little quick counterattacks here. As I say, the caster's curse strikes me through the heart.
Stricken down, and Ashland gets this one through. A bit of a double commit, but hey, take everything that you can get, Ashland University. You need it. When you're going through a reverse sweep situation, sometimes you need a bit of luck on your side. And that time, they had just enough to get this game tied up. And this one's all skill. Ashland's in the lead.
Yeah, nice little job here from Slippy. Able to get it past Jay Crusher King, who misplays it off the wall there. Was looking for the pass, but the pass not to be found. And now Ashland taking a lead here, but this time they made sure they did not have a 2-0 lead. That's just a 2-1 lead here, and I'm sure they're looking to add more as they hope to stay alive here in the series.
Touch from Simpson College. Ashland waiting for it. A big shot has to be saved by Slippy, and Slippy is there to make it. Speaking of Slippy, carrying it down halfway, then some. Backboard shot, looks for the finish. Ashland University can't put one home as Sparky Barky keeps themselves within arm's reach of this tie ball game. And now they start driving back down the other way. They've got one demo, but immediately Geeb starts carrying it down towards the blue side.
Yeah, now it's a matter of see what Ashland's able to do here. They're able to stop these dangerous attacks from Simpson. Keeping it stalled out at midfield is a good strategy to try to recollect, get some boost back. But final minute with the lead here, they're being very patient, and I like seeing that from Ashland. Don't get too sucked into these plays in the corner there. Just take your time, be consistent, and be very concerned and measured with your response, not really getting yourself too overextended in these plays.
Slippy with a shot, saved away yet again. Simpson College starting to get connected on these hits. Backboard finisher! Yes! Barky puts it through!
I mean, that one just hung there like an pregnant pause. Just when was it going to go into the back of the net? Finally gets put in there. And now Simpson College ties it up. It is carte blanche. 30 seconds left to play here. Can Simpson close it out in a sweep?
That looks to be the way we're heading unless Ashland University can find one more. The clock is starting to tick down. Over towards the net. Barky has to be the one to clear it. And Simpson College has a bit of space, and Ashland University going to take it slow. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. One more shot off the backboard. No, never mind. Ashland doesn't even let it get there. One more time, flying every which way. No! Ashland's too slow. We go to overtime.
Oh, will they rue that? Did they let an opportunity slip through their fingers to end it in regulation? Only overtime will tell, as we now have golden goal opportunity, potentially the game set match ball of the night for Simpson. As we're underway, Ashland trying to end this quickly here in overtime. They don't want to be here any longer than they have to be. They know the longer it happens, the less likely the odds are in their favor.
Very true. Really soft touch. Geeb has to find a way to find one. Straight through the heart, saved away. One more time. Good night. Simpson College ends the season of Ashland, and we go to land. Simpson College 3-0.
Game, set, match for Simpson College in a sweep. It will be an opportunity for Simpson College to move on here in the lower bracket. A dangerous team staying alive for the moment.
Staying alive for the moment. And they are one step closer to this land. And it is a massive, massive step. Getting that first win in the lower bracket is such a huge step, as now they are just Cornell College away from getting into this land. That's going to be an incredible match. And I mean, what a way to end off the night. Simpson College pushes themselves through this first hurdle, and LAN is right there. It's almost a red carpet. All you got to worry about is Cornell College giving you the side eye. That's all they have in front of them to Illinois.
Yeah, but all credit to Ashland there. They fought hard. They thought they could do everything they could. But regardless there, it was all Simpson in the end. They did just enough to secure themselves moving forward here in the lower bracket. That's what you have to be. You have to be ruthless in the lower bracket. Absolutely no chances given to your opponents, and they are able to shut them down in a sweep, and that has some merit to it there for sure.
Absolutely, and LAN is just one more set away for some of these teams, and then we get to play on LAN, get local with it. And also, if you are in Kansas, we got a bit of local news for you, especially if you're looking to get involved locally. So if you are, we have you covered. Unified and the University of Kansas Esports want you to enter the bird cage at KU. We got Smash Signals, doubles, and Mario Kart on offer this Saturday. That's March 23rd. Type !birdcage in the chat and follow that link to enter. And make sure you follow us into this break, because once we return, we're going to have an interview.
Welcome back, folks. Tucker alongside me here, JT Displays, with a member of the winning side from Simpson College. We got Barky. Barky, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I am Barky, of course. This was the end of the line for either you or your opponents. That's how it's going to be from here on out. This is the lower bracket going up against Ashland. Did you have any worries coming into the match?
I mean, I think there's always worries. Like you said, it was either do or die here. I think it did help a lot that the last time that we faced up against Ashland, it was a 3-1 series. But I mean, we always have our off days. If you look at the LAN tournament about a month ago, it was like an off lot of days. But we've been making a lot of strides as a team, and we knew where our capabilities were, and so we were still feeling confident going into this game.
Certainly, you guys showed that confidence with the plum there. You know, that's a lot of risk as well, getting into 2 overtime situations there and still managing to be able to clutch that out. How did that go? What was your mind going through with those overtimes? Was that just a little more stressful here, especially with it being the lower bracket?
I think it definitely helped for our mental that we were coming back to get into those overtimes. It made it feel like we really earned it and we were there to win. But yeah, no, it was very stressful to have to go into overtime for 2 of those games. I think that we've been working a lot on keeping up our aggression and keeping up our speed regardless of what the situation is, and I think it really showed tonight.
Definitely did. And now you are just one more series win away from getting your spot in that LAN. Going up against Cornell College, they are the last hurdle, and you are scot-free into Illinois. How are you feeling going into this match?
I couldn't have asked for anything more. We've been very close against Cornell multiple times, and I'm just saying, I think maybe it's time that we finally pull through.
Certainly, and you guys have an opportunity to do that coming up, but I do always got to ask everyone here, how do you feel like your team has changed from the beginning of the season to now?
I think that it's been a lot of seeing where we land and seeing how far we have to come, we knew that MEC was going to be a very difficult league for us. I mean, we're sitting at the bottom, but it's been great to see that we're able to still compete against some of these teams that we look up to, like ONU and Miami. And I think that's really helped us to push ourselves to really try and move up in this bracket where we started at the bottom. And I'm really proud of where we have come so far.
All right, thank you, Barky. Congratulations on your dub, and best of luck against Cornell.
Thank you so much.
Man, oh man, JT, what a night of Rocket League.
Yeah, really incredible night here. Certainly we had that banger of a match to kick us off there, and then a nice sweep here in the last two there in Ashland. You know, that was tough competition there for Simpson, but they managed to survive. And Simpson, they've only got, you know, it's all nothing but up from here, right, for them.
For sure. They've gotten so far. They've come so close to elimination so many times. But now they have the chance to make it into the promised land in Illinois up against Cornell in the next week. We still have a lot of matches throughout. Of course, we got a couple of teams already made land, but a couple of them still need to fight their way through. But unfortunately, that is all we have for tonight.
It is. So, folks, just remember, we do have the MEC finals coming up at Illinois College there. That exclamation point in the chat for you if you want to find out more. Naturally is going to be exclamation point. Completely lost here.
Spring Championship.
Spring Championship. There we go. An exclamation point birdcage for this weekend in Lawrence.
Yes.
Make sure to check that out if you are in the area, if you're in Kansas, Missouri folks as well. Trust me, Lawrence, it's a great city to visit. I've been there many times. Love it every time I go.
Yeah, Lawrence is pretty cool. Shout out to anybody in Lawrence. And just if you're in Kansas or Missouri or just the KC area, make sure you check it out. You don't want to miss the Smash Singles, Smash Doubles, or the Mario Kart. And, of course, we hope to see you next time we bring you Rocket League action. I believe it's tomorrow night. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe so. We are going to find out more of this story unveiled to us tomorrow night. But for Tucker, you can find him at Tucker the Caster on that Twitter page there. Me, JT Displays. It's JT_NKC. And for our producer, Hypertension, thank you so much for watching this, folks, tonight. We will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.